Hi, this is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make the pot of gold with the rainbow coming out. If you do not want to make the rainbow, you can skip that part of the video and you can just follow along when I start to create the actual gold and the pot. But if you do want the rainbow attached to your pot of gold, you will need all of these colors. And I will tell you how many you need of each. You will need 11 purple, 10 blue, 15 green, 10 red, 10 orange, 27 yellow. I have two different shades of yellow. One it has a shimmer to it. It looks like gold, and that will be placed on this part. And then the other yellow is just for the rainbow. You can choose to use the same yellow, it doesn't matter. And you're going to need 66 black bands and then 10 red. I think I said that already. You also will need 2 S-clips or C-clips and your crochet hook. If you have a spare hook, that's great, because when we finish looming and looping the rainbow, you're going to want to place it on a hook and put it to the side, or a toothpick. And that's all your supplies for today. So gather your supplies and then we will begin making the pot of gold. First thing that we are going to do is we're going to make the rainbow. I'm going to take the middle row of my loom and make it straight. If you're not able to do that because you don't own a rainbow loom, it's okay, because it doesn't matter, because in the end when we cap them, I will just show you how to cap them. So for everyone that has a loom that's not adjustable, I will just work on the staggered configuration for you. The first step is you're going to grab 2 reds and place it from here to here. And you're going to repeat the colors twice. So we're using double bands, and we're going to go red, 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 red. The next will obviously be orange, and we will do that 2 times as well. And I know this is not normally how a rainbow looks, and I noticed that Justin's Toys has a really cute rainbow, and if you want, you can make his rainbow and then attach it to my pot of gold, but it's really big, and I didn't want to make such a big rainbow. I was lazy, so I made a little one. Again, if you don't want the rainbow and you just want the pot of gold, you can skip this part. So the next color is yellow. And you can do any order. I'm just doing the rainbow. And then green, going down 2 times on each side. And then 2 sets of blue. And then the last are 2 sets of purple. Now we're going to cap them. So what I do is I grab 2 purple and I place them from here to here, and then I twist it around. I think I did it 2 times, yes. So I twist it around 2 times. And then for the rest of the way, it's just a single. And I match the color on the side. So this is a purple, so I take a single and I twist it from here to here. If I was using it in the straight configuration, all I'd have to do is just keep going across. But for you guys that don't have the adjustable loom, it's just going sideways like that. So you just take a single and you wrap it around itself. And then the next color will be blue. I find it easier to just take the rubber band, twist it around my hand twice, and then just place it on. And then I'm grabbing a green one, twist it around, place it, again, twist it, place it, switching to yellow, and that one popped, twist, orange, and then red, and then you don't need to place any on the top because we're just going to loop now. So you're going to grab your hook and reach in under that band that we tied around 3 times, and then grab the bottom and just going to loop forward. Push all of these capping bands down. It makes it easier when it's time to loop. And reach in here and grab that bottom one and bring that forward. Reach here, push back all those bands and just grab the bottom 2 purple and bring that forward. And these and bring that one forward. Push back that purple capping band, reach in for the 2 blue. The same here, push that band, reach in for the 2 blue and pull that forward. You're pushing back the blue band now and grabbing the 2 bottom blue and bringing that up. Same here. Push back this blue band, grab the bottom 2 green. And it's the same thing all the way up. You're just making sure you're pushing back that capping band inside and grabbing the bottom 2 colors and bring them forward. And once you have reached the top, you're going to take these and place it on that peg. And this is where the spare hook comes in, in handy, because you're just going to place it on your hook and pull it off. And then later we're going to attach that onto our pot of gold. So you can place it to the side, and now the next step is making the actual pot of gold. For the pot of gold, I'm using a yellow, but it has a shimmer to it, so I think it resembles gold. And you're going to grab 2 of those, or you can use yellow, and you're going to place it from here to here. And we are working with a stagger configuration, so that should accommodate everybody. And again, grabbing 2 at a time. So we went down 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2 on all the rows, and in the first two we went across. And now we are switching to black bands, and we're taking 2 black bands and placing it from here to here, and then from the middle to the out peg again, and then we're going down make sure your bands are lined up evenly so that when it's time to loop they don't look funny. On the 6th peg, when we go down 5, on the 6th one we're turning in. So we're going to do the same on this side. Go down 5, and on the 6th one we're turning in. And now just fill the middle. Again, we're using double bands. Now we are going to use the bottom of our loom to create the extension. So you're going to grab 2 bands, and on this peg, and you're going to do that 4 times. And then once you have placed the last set, you're going to take a single black band and wrap it around that peg only 3. Do the same on this side. Go down 4, and that's the extension for the pot of gold. And then again, grab a single and wrap it around that peg only 3 times. Now we are going to loop those. Take your hook, push back those bands that we use as a cap, grab the bottom 2 and bring them forward. Then grab the bottom 2, bring them forward. It's just basic looping. Same here. Push back those bands, grab the bottom 2 and bring them forward. Take your hook, remove one set, and you are going to place that on the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th peg going down. And then take your hook and put it through the loops that we only tied around 3. You should only have 3 on your hook. And you're going to stretch it around, and you're going to place them on, make sure that you place the circle on there. That's all the bands are on there. And so we placed it from here to here, and then you're going to grab this and place it on the outside. So it should be on the outside, and we're going to do the same here. Take your hook, remove these bands, place it on the 4th peg from the top, and sometimes I even use my fingers. You can grab all 3, place it on here, and make sure that these are on the outside. Now we are going to create the handles. Grab 2 black bands and place it from here to here, and then another 2, not connected, just separate, and then take a single band and wrap it around 4 times. The same on here, 1 single band. These are 2 bands, but this is a single, and wrap it around 4, and then you're looping those, pushing back the cap, grabbing the bottom 2, and then you can remove them, and we are placing these on the 3rd peg, which is 1, 2, 3, and the same on this one. Now we are going to place the triangle bands. Take a single band and place it from here to here on those 3. Take another single, place it on these 3, another on these, and then another on these 3. So we place 1, 2, 3, 4 triangle bands. Then you're going to grab the yellow that matches your gold and place it on these 3. Grab your rainbow. If you do not want to add the rainbow and you did not, you can skip this part. Grab your rainbow and you're going to place it. Make sure you have all the loops like that. You're going to place it on the very top peg. And that will give it the illusion when we loop that the rainbow's coming out of the gold. And now we can begin to loop. You're going to grab your hook, and this is the part that could be tricky because we have the extensions, and you have to figure out how to get this band right here. So if you want, you can take your hook and you can pull on it a little just to get yourself an idea which one you're aiming for. And so now I know, and then I'm pushing back. I need to push back these bands and these. So be really careful. So I'm pushing back all of those bands, and then I'm only grabbing the one that needs to go forward. And see, even I grabbed too many. So I'm going to do that over. This is probably going to be the only hard part. The rest is very easy. If you have a hard time figuring out which band to grab, what you can do is you can grab a toothpick or another spare band, hook. And what I do is I reach in for that middle band, because that's the one that is next for me, or the first one for me to loop. And then I hold on to it, and then I reach in and I push back all the other bands, and then I'm able to see which 2 bands I'm supposed to be grabbing. I know that seems spastic, but it's just so that I know that I'm grabbing the right bands. And then I can tell that it's the right band because as I pull on it, those 2 bands go forward. And then we're reaching in, and we want to grab the next top 2 bands. So I'm pushing back all these extensions and grabbing the other top 2, and mine go to the right, and it fell nicely, which means it belongs to that side. And then again, pushing back all those bands and grabbing the other bottom 2, and those go to the left. That is the only hard part on here. The rest is pretty simple. Reach here in this peg, push back all the bands, and you should see the bottom 2 right there. And you're just going to grab those bottom 2 bands and you're going to bring it forward. The same here. I'm pushing back every band, the extensions and all, and only aiming for 2 black bands on the bottom. Now, as you're pulling them up, if you feel a little tension, you can pull on the side a little, and that releases it. And that way you don't rip the band. Or you can take your hook, put it inside the peg like this, and go around in a circle like this. And then it loosens it up. The next step is loop this one forward. Then you're going to push back that single black band out of the way, grab the bottom 2, and put that there. Reach in here again, make sure you're pushing this band away with your hook, and then grabbing just the bottom 2 bands and placing it on that peg. Reach here and bring those forward. Again, avoiding that black band, that triangle band. Push it away, grab the bottom 2, place it there. Grab these, place it forward, push that single black triangle band out, and loop those forward. If you already know the rest, you can loop. I'm just showing everyone that is not quite sure. Again, push the triangle band out of the way, grab the bottom 2, and loop forward. Same here, push the triangle band out, grab the bottom 2, and loop forward. And there's a little tension here, so if I just go like that, it releases it. Bring this one forward. And over here it's tricky now because we need to bring these black bands to this middle peg. So you're going to reach in and grab the 2 black bands and bring it to that middle peg. And the same on this side. Reach in and only grab the top 2 black bands and bring it to this peg. Now we're re-entering each one of these pegs and grabbing the yellow and bringing that forward. Again, reach in here, grab the yellow, bring that forward, and you're reaching in here, the middle, and grabbing the 2 yellow bands and bringing that forward. Push back this triangle band, grab the 2 yellow, bring that forward. Push back that band, bring those. Bring the middle forward. Bring these to the middle peg. And then bring these to the middle peg. We placed our hook through all of these bands, and then you're going to grab the color that matches your gold. It's a single band, and you're going to pull it all the way through. Keep the other part on your finger. Pull on the rainbow until you see space and put your hook through that space. Grab the other part of that band, pull it through. So now you should have 2 pieces onto your hook, and you're going to create a slip knot. Take the front, loop it over, and just pull. Try not to pull too hard. If it snaps, just repeat the same step. And then I'm going to remove it from my loom, and then I will show you what it looks like. Take the back of your hook and slowly remove it peg by peg. It's just the way I like to do it. That way it doesn't stretch the bands more than they need to be stretched. And then I will show you what it looks like. My pot of gold with a rainbow looks like right off of the loom. And what we are going to do is we are going to now add the 4-leaf clover. If you don't want this, if you don't want to add it, you can skip this step. But I'm going to show you now how I added that. What you need is 4 green bands. I already made here 4 of them, but I will show you 1. So you need 4 green bands, and you need 8 black bands. And you're going to take 2 black bands and you're going to place it like that, and then just take a single green band and wrap that around 4 times. That's 3, that's 4. And you're going to do that 4 times and then loop them. In case you don't know what I mean, you take your hook, push back the green bands, grab the bottom black, and bring them forward. And that's what I did here. I did 4 of them, and then you just pop them off when you're done. So make 4 of these, and then I will show you the next step. You should have made 4 of these little black bands with green bands on them, and then you need 2 S-clips. So take one of these, and we're trying to figure out where we're going to place them. Once you have figured out where you want it, you take your hook, go through the back, come out the front, grab the 2 black bands, and pull it through. And make sure you're not snagging other bands. And then you're going to go back with your hook through the front and grab the other 2. And you're going to pull those through the back as well. And that gives it that chunky appearance. And then this is when you can S-clip it. What I do is I put 2 S-clips, 1 on each loop, and then I'll tell you why. As I'm making the rest, I use this S-clip for the bands on this side and this one for the bands on this side. So that's how I did it. I S-clipped both sides separately. So now we're going to grab the other set, and there's no exact place I place them. I just kind of see where I want it. So if you place it like that, then you can just kind of figure out where you want them. Then you take your hook and you go through some bands. And you do the same thing. You grab the 2 black bands and you bring them through. And then take your hook and go back again. And grab the other 2. And so it should look like that, something like that. And then I am going to S-clip those. This is the part that's a little annoying. You can use only 1 black band in the future, but I didn't like the way it looks with 1 black band. It doesn't give it the puffy appearance. So now for the other one. See, this is why I like to, let me show you. I like to wrap the band on my hook instead of on the loom, because see how it's nice and neat? I notice that when you do them on the loom and you rip them off, they look messy. So I like to do it on my hook, and then I just feel like it's neater. Or maybe it's just in my head. And then I'm going to place this one over here somewhere. So I'm taking my hook and going through here. So we are going to add the third one. And you're going to take your hook and put it through the back and come out the front. Grab another 2 black bands, pull them through, come back out through the front again. Oops, I only grabbed one black band. Make sure you're grabbing both and then you're not snagging other bands. Come back through the front and grab the other two. Pull that through and then take your S clip or C clip and transfer two of these onto this one. And if you want to use this one, there's so many on this one. I'm just going to put all of them on that one S clip. And now let's add the fourth one now. We're going to come in through the back again. Grab the next time, if you just want one black band instead of two, it probably will be easier, but I noticed that if I use two black bands, it makes the green pop out more, but again, it's personal choice. And then we're going to come up through the front and grab that. You can even use a Made by Mommy's flower, her snowflake, and then you can make it into a 4-leaf clover and then attach it too. And then you could avoid all these steps. And then just transfer those onto the other S-clip. Show you that if you don't want to use all these S-clips and you think it's so bulky looking, the other thing I did on one of my other shamrocks, but the pot of gold, is I threaded another black band through the two loops, the one that we bought in the back, and it matches the pot of gold, and then I just slip knot it and tied it into a knot. And you could do that with the other two, and then you won't have the S-clip, and then you can just tie that, hide it, and then re-thread it through. So I'll show you with two of these as well. Let's see which one. You can remove that, and then you would take your hook and then get another single black band, S-clip them, slip knot another band through it, and then you can thread those back through the back. It just makes it easier, and in case you don't have any S-clips available. And so now I did that with two of them, and then I have this one left, and I'll have to find out which one that belongs to. And then I would do that with all of them. So this is how it would look in the front. As for the actual leaf part, what I did was I grabbed a green band and I cut it. So you're going to cut it like that. And then you're going to take your hook and enter somewhere around here in the corner. And you want to grab it was probably easier if I didn't cut the band. Let's try an uncut one first. You grab the green band and you pull it through. I'm having a lot of problems today. and then you can cut it over here. I just used my tooth. Hold one of the end, and then over here just pull it. So you should have, it should be on both ends. And then somewhere around here, you're going to take your hook as well, grab that green band, pull it through. So it gives it that illusion that it's the leaf. And then if you want, you can tie, you can either thread those into the back or you can tie it into a knot. So I just tie it into a knot. Again, you don't have to do this step, you can skip this step. I'm just going to tie it into a knot twice. And then you can cut the excess. Try not to cut too close to the knot, but you can cut that little extra piece. And that is how you make your pot of gold with the rainbow. And if you want, you can make another pot of gold and then attach the rainbow to, you put an S-clip here and attach it to the other pot of gold, and then it would look like that. I hope you liked the tutorial. Hope it wasn't too hard. Sorry for all the steps, and thank you for watching.